Hello, everyone, and officially welcome to Purium's Tuesday night training Zoom. My name is Amy Venner, and I am one of the owners and founders here at Purium. And I am just beyond excited to have as my guest here tonight, Nichole Hosein. She is incredible. She's going to tell you her story. So I am going to welcome Nichole on, and then I have a little video that I want to play because Nichole foreshadowed, really. Nichole foreshadowed what she did in this video when she was a very new brand partner. And I think it is just absolutely incredible how she put her mindset out there. She said what she wanted to do. And Nichole, you made that happen. So Nichole, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for being on with us today. And let me share my screen. Let's play this little video, and then we're going to bring you on to share your story. Okay. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I got sound on, so let me try that one more time. Share sound. Okay, let's see this. I love this clip.
So he's living his best life because of Purium. My mother is actually here right now from Canada because of Purium. So, and I'm just a little fish in a big pond. Like, I just got started. I'm going for the crowns, just so you know. I'm coming. Like, the whole world needs to know about this, and I have a really big mouth, so just remember my name.
So, Nichole, I love that. I love that I'm going for crown, and you declared it brand new in your brand partnership, and you did it, and that is so amazing. So I'm so excited to have you here sharing with us today. So welcome. Thank you so much for being here. How are you doing?
I'm good. My husband's containing 3 children downstairs, so if it sounds like a circus, hey, listen, I did it with 3 kids, so let that inspire you guys. One of them just screamed as you unmuted. I was like, oh no.
Well, I love that. I love that. We're going to talk about that here in just a moment. So I have another slide here that I want to share. Hi. How are you? Awesome. I love it when brand partners and leaders do this as a family. So I love it when the kids come on and say hi. Let me share this slide for some of the listeners here tonight who just may not realize, they may not have followed the timeline that of Nichole's journey here with Purium. So joining as a customer in May of 2024, upgrading to a brand partner in mid-May of 2024, hitting diamond in June, hitting blue diamond actually at the convention. I think you rank advanced from green to blue at the convention, which was really special. Hitting black diamond in August, and then doing a double rank advancement, red diamond, and then hitting crown in September. If I counted right, that's 4+ months to go from, enrolling as a customer to hitting our top leadership level rank as crown. How does that feel, Nichole? That's pretty incredible.
Yeah. And when you lay it out like that, I was like, wow, because I feel like I've been doing this for so long now. But you just like it was like every month there was something new. It's honestly, it's an honor. It's just I found my passion, and when I find my passion, I run with it. And everybody's gonna hear about Purium all over the world.
Well, awesome. Well, so many people are so excited to hear how you did this. I have a few questions, prepared, and then we can fill in any gaps that we may have missed. So, lots of people are wondering about your background, and you've dabbled in affiliate and network marketing before, and you've mentioned that you've never had success like you've had here with Purium. So tell us, like, why do you think that is?
I mean, and this is what I tell my other brand partners now. The company's been doing this for 20 years. So it's, there's a lot of companies that are out there, they're not 20 years old. They haven't been through the tribulations that you guys have. So I think having the 20 years of going through the highs and lows, like everything is laid out, the path to success is there. I think, you guys are obviously very generous as well. Dave and Amy are, as you all know with the careers, they're very generous. So I think there's a lot of um financial gain to go with this. You share something, you share the passion, the mission, then you get rewarded. I think the variety of tools, like you can plug in. I can't tell you how many Zooms I've done while walking Target, juggling my kids in the van. Like there's always a way to plug in and learn. There's little QR codes in the binder. So, I used to be a teacher, and I know there's like the people learn through seeing, reading, listening, and all of those kind of learning paths are covered with Purium. So however you want to dive in as deep as you want to dive, like if I have time, I'm going to be listening to something. So, and the really nice thing is, and it stood out to me when I went to convention, you work for yourself, but you don't work alone. There is that mentorship. So, like Sonia's been a huge help. I can't tell you how patient that woman is, because even in the beginning, like I went to Crown, the back office, like, phew. So I can't tell you how many times I've asked her questions that she's already given me an explanation of, like, can you tell me again? So the patience, but the mentorship. And, I've been able to, even now that I'm learning, you pay it forward. So I'm bringing my brand partners and I'm mentoring them and helping them. So you learn the ropes from somebody that holds your hand, and then you hold somebody else's hand. And that's, that creates success.
I love that. And so what I'm hearing is that you didn't have to be an expert in the product, the compensation, or the business model before just diving in.
No.
And so, tell me a little bit about that philosophy, and how did, the mentorship, mentee mentorship relationship with Sonia play a role in that? Just kind of
Yeah.
unleashing you to be able to promote.
Yeah. So a little background, I had a really big health transformation going into this. So I did my blood work. I took pictures, like it was a huge transformation. Ariel introduced me to this, and I'm very blessed because Sonia and her live close to me. So, it was, it is one of those things. If you are passionate and you want to go, somebody will hold your hand and run with you. So Sonia's very much been that person. But I mean, there's other people in this company that aren't even like in my upline that have been there helping me. Like Ian Farrar has been on calls with my own groups, in the brand partners, the company. And I feel like the whole vibe of the family is that, I say family, the Purium family, is that you're genuinely here. Not, I mean, the business is part of it, but the mission is bigger. And so the family is bigger, and you have people to lean on. And that has been really pivotal in just me learning the back office, learning how to talk to people, learning how to grow my business, and she saw my strength. She saw my why. She saw my reason, my passion. And, having that transformation I had, I'm like, how do I tell everybody about this? So she held my hand and took me through, and she's still there, but, now I'm able to help a couple people and lighten her load a little bit.
Amazing. Well, and I love how you said earlier, like, you received the mentorship and now you're paying that forward to your brand partners. And I love it that, so you're coming to Diamond Club. So it's going to be really awesome to get to hang out in November. And I'm going to share my screen. This is your mom, who's also coming to Diamond Club. So how cool is it to be in business and be able to share these successes and even travel together with your mom?
I'm bringing the whole family. My dad's coming. I'm like, my dad's got to learn all about Purium. I want him out at the street corners with tables. Like, so my mom's coming, my dad, my kids are all coming. My dad's like, if you got to be somewhere, I'll watch the kids. Like, we got a team, but it's such a gift to be able to do this with your family, with your best friends, with the people that you love. So, my mom watched literally all of the struggles that I went through with my health, and then how I changed with Purium. And she's like, I said, Mom, we can do this together. And she's in Canada. She's far from me. I'm in Florida. She's in Toronto. So hopefully not for long. But, just being able to do that with her, there's nobody else that I mean, there's a lot of people, but if you have family, like, talk to them, get them on your team.
Amazing. I love that. And, you've built a great social media platform. Like, you're very active on social media. So What are a few tips that are easy to implement that you could share here with everyone listening about how you are sharing on social media about Purium? I mean, you had record-setting transformations. I mean, people, they're like 90, like what? 90 something ULTs in 1 month? Like, can't believe it. So how is this working on social media? What are some tips that could be that anyone could implement?
And I mean, I want to kind of start with social media is not your only key to success. Your warm market, the people you love, your community, those are the people that you're also going to talk to. There's a lot of five-star crowns in the company that don't have huge social media. So don't feel like, oh, she's only doing it because she has big social media. I've been in the space. I opened my Instagram account in 2019. And I do feel like the reason people maybe resonate with me is because I show up, I'm real, I'm authentic, I share the highs and lows. And so people relate to me. They relate to being a special needs mom, somebody struggling with their weight, somebody struggling with their health. So, and I'm not, I mean, yeah, I talk about Purium a lot because I'm obsessed, but I kind of weave it into my life. It's not the be all end all. I talk about my kids and I talk about other cool things with health that I'm interested in. And then I weave Purium in. So, I kind of feel like with social media, if you're not big on it, don't sweat over it, plant your seed, nourish it, let it grow, water it. And that's kind of your social media will come. The people that resonate with you will stay. And, I feel like the other thing that maybe has helped me is I do every Wednesday, I do a question box. So I say, ask me about ULT because they see me talk about it. They see my transformation. And so people will ask questions and other people will be curious. And then you put your link up. There's always questions. I do the iridology, so I study the eyes. And Amy, I got to say, your eyes are beautiful. I'm like looking like so nice and healthy looking. Dave has good eyes too. And Dave's daughter has really nice eyes. So
Oh,
he's
thank
a
you.
curium kid. So
Yeah.
I study the eyes and, I can tell what people kind of need with the ULT program and how it's going to help them studying their eyes. And that's been really cool, even just seeing the transformation of people's eyes, showing their healing, being on this program. I promote business opportunities. I just put one up. We have one next Tuesday in St. Pete. So business opportunities are always there. I'm telling people, how many of you love talking about health? How many of you would like to turn this into a business, right? And don't think that it has to be perfect. Don't always share the good. Share your life. People, somebody said to me, one of my brand partners, she's like, I would buy dirt from you because I trust you. And so, don't think that your business, like, and I've had some of my brand partners say, I'm going to start a business and it's just going to be a page for Purium. And I'm like, I know the products are great, but people have to relate to you and your journey to be interested in the products. And so being a busy mom of three, now this has completely replaced my other income. I'm not even doing my consults in the new year. People want that. They see my health. They see I finally lost weight after all these years. So people resonate with that. So just be yourself and consistently show up, weave Purium into it, ask questions, have people ask questions, and yeah, it'll grow.
I love that. And then, I mean, let's lean in. Let's talk about, like you mentioned, being authentic, showing the good, showing the struggle, showing, real life. And you mentioned your weight loss journey. You mentioned that, you're a mom, you have a special needs son, like really, you talk about that. So, like, let's expand on that a little bit more, because sometimes I think on social media, people want to show the beautiful photoshopped photos and they want to just show the family in the park. And you have a gorgeous photo. I'm going to show it right here. You have a gorgeous photo of your family here. And I'm sure that that's out on your Instagram, that's out on your social media, but you also get real,
Yeah.
and so talk about the importance of getting real to build that trust and that authenticity.
So one of my friends actually took this photo 2 years ago before we moved, and I didn't realize she finished them. And so I was trying to find a family photo. I was like, did she ever finish those? But it was my friend, so I didn't really check. She's like, oh my God. So that's actually not on social media.
Oh,
What
it's
I
not. Oh, okay.
know, I mean, it's on my Facebook now, but like my Instagram, I haven't, but my Instagram, I got my dirty laundry up there. Like, look at the mom life. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've put up a picture of me wanting to go to bed, but there's like a monstrous pile of laundry I need to fold. Every mother's been through that. You put
Yes.
up, the dishes after cooking, but also like I just came home from Taekwondo at 6:35 and this call was at 7 and nobody had dinner yet. I whipped up burrito bowls in We timed it 13 minutes, you know? But if I had time, I would have been like, welcome to mom life. Here's a quick recipe. So, just for me, it's like the imperfections people relate to and the celebrations people, you don't want to create a social media that's fake. And, we can put just the nice things out there, but it's not relatable and nobody's having a perfect life out here. There's going to be highs and lows and people will support you through them and be there for the good and the bad. We went through the hurricane. I posted all about that too, and thank God I had my green shakes because we did lose power for a day and I was like, I'll just add water. We're covered.
Exactly, exactly. Well, that is awesome. That is awesome. So let's move into you are a busy mom. You're talking about laundry. You're talking about dinner. I remember one time when you came on, actually, it was the kickoff call when we were announcing and celebrating your achievement of Crown. And I think it was that. And it was like, well, I'm picking up over here and I'm going to have, it'll take me 10 minutes to get from the studio or wherever I pick up the kids' activities to get here. And you're like carving that time out. So talk about, because a lot of people don't believe that they can do it with their family responsibilities, with their kid responsibilities, with their house responsibilities. So talk about that and how do you time manage to do that and stay super engaged in your family's life and obviously rock this business.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, being a crown now, like the time it has given me with my family is exponential. I was saying this morning, like I'm sitting at home and I'm working, and it's like I'm working in my backyard sitting in the sun. This is a dream. I'm not chained to a desk 9 to 5. But my kids have seen my health transform, my family's health transform. They've seen what Purium has done for our family, like opportunities for my son. We also upgraded our van that was 12 years old. Thanks to Purium. My kids walked out in the driveway. I don't know if you have that video. I'll let you play.
Okay.
And, so they're grateful. So they know, like, if I'm on a call, I say something like, because I'm always driving somewhere. Thank God for the mom van. But they'll wait. They talk to each other because I think they understand the gravity of what Purium is providing for them. So they're going to grow up with this. And so they're kind of patient as well. And I think that's a really good thing because if kids understand the importance and they see the value that this is bringing to their parents and also to their home, we're all going to LA. I've never been to LA, but my kids get to fly, you know. There's just opportunities that we've not been able to do that they're grateful for. So they're patient. But I think, another big thing is if you are passionate enough about it, you will find the time. And I think that's the honest truth. Like there were nights and I when I started, I had that binder, the transformation binder. I stayed up way past my bedtime because I was like, I want to learn it all. So I was reading about the products and the ingredients and what they do. So there was a thirst. And I think what really took it to the next level was I shared this. I don't know if everybody's heard this story, but we end school in Florida at the end of May. My girls wanted to go to Taekwondo camp. That's cheap. It's a regular camp. Special needs kid. It's $700 a week. So I said to my husband, we'll send him for 1 week because that's basically what we can afford. And then I got my first bonus check. Now I had no idea how generous that was. And I was like, well, I wasn't expecting that. And that paid for the rest of summer camp. So that was a huge blessing. And that kind of ignited, wow, this is actually going to be huge. So the why, I mean, obviously supporting my kids, providing a very good quality life for my son, that pushes me. My neck, and I kind of started dreaming a little, like summer camp. And now I'm like, can I buy my parents a house someday? And that doesn't seem far off. That's my next goal. We're going to be celebrating when I'm 5-star crown and buying my parents a house down here. So Purium has provided that growth and that motivation. So yeah, I mean, you find the time when you're passionate, it's there.
I love that. I love that story. You shared it at convention about your son and the summer camp and your why is so strong. And I love how you just explained how your why has it keeps going and keeps expanding. So everybody's dying to know, like, what does a day in Nichole's Purium life look like? Like how, and I know because Sonia's given me a little bit of an insight that you are an incredible person at following up. So I really want you to touch on that. But everyone is so inspired to hear, like, what is your modus operandi to build this volume of sales that you have, and to have done it so absolutely quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of don't miss an opportunity, like, I mean, I started with, yes, the social media and my family and my Facebook and all of my friends that have health issues that, I have friends that had migraines for years like me. I'm like, hey, this has stopped my migraines. But then when they're doing well, I check in with them. So whether it's I have like a group on WhatsApp and I talk to them all there, we check in and kind of fine tune things. So, and then I even go through and I'm looking at, who's processing in the next week. And, they had maybe their first order, their second order. I haven't heard from them. I'm going to send them an email and check in on them. So this is something that I kind of just streamline, check in on the people that are on the program, see how they're doing. If they're doing well, ask if there's anybody that might benefit from it. Sometimes I'm like, I'll give you $30 towards it. If, because some people like, that they're helping find somebody for you. And that it's going to help people. I'm okay putting a little bit of money towards that. I don't know, like legally if I'm supposed to say that, I'm
It's
okay. I
okay.
feel so blessed with what Purium has given me that I'm okay paying it forward, to kind of help other people make this financially easier. And then out in the community, like this comes with me when I go out of the house. This is on the Purium website. You'll need this because I will tell you how many people are like, what are you drinking? I was like, oh, let me tell you about it. So then, it's like a miracle drink, and you just talk to people. And I remember when I started, Sonia was at a car dealership and we were texting back and forth, and she's like, there's a guy across from me and I'm going to talk to him about Purium. And I'm just like, are you crazy? He's a stranger. You don't even know him. But then I caught the Purium bug and now I tell everybody about it. So I thought she was crazy, but I'm just as crazy, if not crazier. But don't miss the opportunity. Like, you don't know anybody's finances. You don't know how many people need this opportunity. You don't know how many people are feeling like crap and they're just popping an Advil and moving on with their day. So it's kind of, I can't remember who said it, but it's selfish not to share this, especially with your loved ones, and this will change people's lives. So yes, the Purium bug is alive and well. Just saw the comments.
I love it. I mean, I've written a few things down that you said, but it's what I'm hearing is, and Sonia's masterful at this. So I love that you watched her and that now you've integrated this into your method too. It's just integrating Purium, the business opportunity and the products into your whole life.
Mhm.
Like you said, you have that green drink with you everywhere that you go. That's a conversation starter. I'm sure that, you've got moms at school, moms at the Taekwondo, moms at the special needs camp, anywhere you're there, and you just integrate it. And you said you thought it was odd that Sonia was doing that at first. So when you first started doing it, was it comfortable? And then, or was it uncomfortable and now it's moved to comfortable? Or like, how did you feel about that when you first started doing it?
So there was, I mean, I had my own big transformation, but there was, is this going to help other people? Like you have your one-off, but then you go read the testimonials, like you guys have been doing this for 20 years with success. So you seeing other people with, their health concerns, and I'm like, I can help them. I have these tools. So yeah, I mean, I wasn't as comfortable, but then, for every, even I was saying with Sonia, like when that 40 and 5, you contact 4 people and then 40 people in the first 5 days, most of them said no, 37 said no, but I planted seeds, but I got 3 yeses and one of them was a brand partner. So, you're going to knock on a lot of doors. You're going to have a lot of rejection, and that's okay. You just keep going because people will know it's there. And I can't tell you how many people have turned around and said, you've been talking about this for a couple months. And that's the other thing. If you're new to talking about it, people are paying attention, but there's a lot of these new companies that come up and collapse and go away. So they're like, oh, it's another fad. You guys aren't going anywhere. You've been around long enough to say that. So when you consistently talk about it, people will realize, hey, you were the one with this autoimmune stuff that's, not an issue anymore. You were the one with the migraines. Tell me again what you did. So just keep talking about it, because you don't know who's listening and when they're going to need it. And that's just been like the biggest blessing, is just people knowing it's there and tapping in when they need it.
I love that. I love that. And you've set yourself up because you've integrated Purium, the business and the products into your life. You set yourself up as the go-to for people in your circle. And that's amazing. And I think that that's a tangible takeaway that everyone, here can do as well. I mean, I'm feeling your enthusiasm, is great that, people need it. So you're willing to talk about it, even if at first it seemed kind of strange. Sonia's talking to a stranger at the car dealership. And because I'm sure you're thinking about your son, you're thinking about your family, you're thinking about moving your mom and dad to Florida to be closer to you, and the financial success that that can bring for you and your family. When you've got those goals in mind, feeling a little uncomfortable or hearing a no isn't so bad, right?
Yeah, and then also knowing how good they're gonna feel once they actually start it, you know? I am somebody who, like, my love language is helping others, and so knowing that I have this tool, like, and I've been in this health space for a decade, like, nothing has helped people like Purium. I've seen the labs, I've seen the blood work, I've run the testing, I looked at the eyes, I'm like, "This is, like, revolutionary. The whole world needs to know about this." So, yeah, I mean, you're don't deny people the opportunity to succeed in their health and also their wealth if they're interested. If they're doing well, talk about the business, you know?
Nice. I love that. I love that. And talk about, this journey that, you've moved so quickly, through the ranks here. Talk about being coachable. When to be a successful brand partner, obviously you don't know it all when you first start. How important is it that you be coachable and have a relationship with someone in your upline that can coach you along the way?
I think that is a huge part of why this was successful compared to other companies was the coachable part. There was, and I can't tell you, even I get on calls now with my brand partners with potential customers and their growth. And it was, pull up a chair and learn, watch what they do, see how they soar. And then once you're kind of ready to hop out of the nest and your wings are ready to fly, then you can do it. But, I even just with like the calls, like I listened to Sonia, I watched what she did. I learned from her. I asked a lot of questions and then she kind of mentored me where she would come on the call and help me a little bit. And now if I'm on a call, I'm like, I got this, but it took a lot of, your learning is a steep curve, but it's so worth it. Like that mentorship, you learn the lingo, you learn the path to success, you learn your strengths, you build on your weaknesses, right? You learn where your growth opportunities are. Like even if somebody's coming to me and I'm like, hey, they're a chiropractor, I could ask Sonia, like, have you worked with other chiropractors? She's like, oh, I have a whole business opportunities and perfect. Let me send it to them. So there's um a lot of pathways to success if you're coachable and you just pull up a chair and just pay attention because there's so many people that are masters at this and they're there for you.
Amazing. I love that. So I wrote down, you're a role model for your family, with your health transformation, you're a role model for your community. People are seeing your own health journey. Now, I'm sure they're also seeing your business journey as well. I wrote down, you ask for referrals. So let's talk about that as well. That is a proven best practices like sales technique, is when you're talking to someone that's having a great experience, ask for a referral. Does they know someone else? So how do you effectively, like, what's the language that you use to do that when you're on a phone call with someone who has had a great, ULT experience?
Yeah, I had one yesterday. I have, and she actually signed up as a brand partner yesterday. But you get on a call and you just ask, like, how are you doing? And they share, and sometimes, like, I've had some clients where there was a little bit of an adjustment and they weren't feeling amazing because they had a big toxin bucket that needed to come out, but they trusted the process. They trusted leaning into the purest form of foods that literally helps the body to thrive. Um, and then they get over the hump and then they're like, wow, I've never felt better. I have as much energy as I did in high school, guys. Like this is insane. And it's not gone away. So I think if you get on a call with somebody, you ask how they're doing, they share their journey and you kind of nurture that, right? And then you ask them, do you know anybody? And it just is, I straight up just ask them, I'm like, do you know anybody that might benefit from this? Who do you know that's dealing with a lifestyle disease, and they've heard me talk about that because that's one of the lingos when you're coachable, you learn talking about that stuff. And they know a lot of people. So I'm like, is there any way you could get on it. And sometimes I offer like an opportunity where I get on a call with multiple of them, one of my brand partners that was a client, she's like my aunt and my cousin. Can we get on a call with them? So I was sitting in the Taekwondo parking lot on a call, trying to navigate their health issues and how this might help them. So, yeah, I just ask them. And I will say 9 out of 10 times they're like, yes, I know somebody. And you just have to talk to them.
Nice. I love that. And I also heard that there's a report in the back office that is like abandoned carts or something like that you go in. I don't know how often, so tell us about that. Like, and this is where I'm like, Nichole is amazing at follow-up. I don't know how many people on the line right now are using the abandoned cart report as a follow-up tool. So tell us how you use that in your business,
And I
especially as the period is closing or something.
Yeah, and I'm not super pushy with it. A lot of times there's an abandoned cart because they're a mother and something happened and then they forgot. That's most of the time. The second time is they got to the cart and they kind of like freaked out at the price. They don't value, and you know what, honestly, when you look at the value of the products, it's worth way more than you get. But the question is sometimes they don't value themselves, especially moms. We always put ourselves last. So sometimes I'm saying, do you feel like you're worth this? And then suddenly their mentality changes, right? So my abandoned carts all get emails. I'm like, hey, I saw that you had an abandoned cart. I'd love to help you through this program. This is what it is. This is what's in it. Please reach out if you have any questions. And I give them my number. A lot of practitioners don't feel comfortable with that, but I can't tell you how nice it's been actually talking and connecting with people. It's a passion that, like, when you're busy being a mom, you forget to talk to other humans, but it's such
Yes.
a talk to like other adults, see how they're doing, and you can relate to them. And then you see them eventually purchase it, or you guide them through finishing that checkout. So um, find out why they're on the fence. And sometimes you'll see patterns of, is it the price? And then you ask them if they value themselves enough, right? And I don't ever say it's $360 for the first month, it's $12 a day. Because in their head, they're saying, well, my Starbucks and my takeout, that's more than that. I can definitely spend $12 a day. Don't ever bring up the full cost, bring up the daily cost. And then suddenly, like, all of the stuff they're indulging in. Another thing I did on my social media, and I would encourage you all to do it, is I did questions. You can do, like, you can poll. So I said, how much do you spend a month on health supplements? So I had like 0 to 100, 100 to 200, 250 plus, like, you pick your categories and you say, how long have you been on your journey? So 0 to 6 months, 6 to 12, 12 to 18, or 18 plus. Are you feeling better? And I will tell you, most of them who have spent more, 250 or more for 18 plus months, and they're not feeling better. And it was just like mind blowing to me to see how many people actually still felt like garbage after all of that. And then I'm like, well, let me give you something that's going to help you. So for them to actually press those buttons and realize just how much they've put into their health and they're not getting where they need to get, you then can follow up by offering them this tool. So that's
I
another
love
thing.
that.
All the
That
people.
So would you say that you're a texter, a DMer, actually, like, let's talk on the phone? What is your preferred method of communication when you have a prospect or someone who's indicated interest via social media or something like that?
Well, I will say as a mom, it's a lot easier to forget a text. That's why I have like 612 missed right now. It's just like, I love my friends, but Purium's my priority. Um, it's just, I think the authenticity of getting on a call, the face-to-face or on a Zoom, they hear your voice. You can hear theirs, you can hear their skepticism or their concerns or their excitement, and then you can lead with that. So don't be afraid to pick up the phone, guys. Like, this is where, or even, Thursday, I'm going to do like a business opportunity Zoom for all of my brand partners. I said, bring people, potential customers, and this is part of why I love this business. I'm doing the heavy lifting for them. You bring potential customers, potential brand partners, let me do the talking. Sonia helped me. And then, go back to the person who sent you. We do this all the time in this company. But I think that face-to-face interaction, them hearing what you have to say, is a lot clearer through voice instead of a text.
I love that. And I agree with you 100%, 100%. And I know some people do have an aversion, like, it's a little scary to pick up the phone and call someone, but I think that that's an integral part of your success.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put you on the spot. Can you pretend that I'm a prospect and you're calling me and like you're going to tell me I've showed a little bit of interest on some social media? Like what are you going to say to a prospect? And say I'm a person that you know of but don't know well.
Mhm. So first of all, you don't want a verbal diarrhea purium to them. You want to ask, people like talking about themselves, right? So how are you doing? You know,
Yeah, exactly. I'm really tired today. I'm so tired. My kids have worn me out.
oh, I totally get that. I have 3 kids. I used to be really tired too.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
I'm not, what no.
Yeah, I'm on my second coffee today. I've driven by Starbucks twice today. My kids are driving me so crazy.
I am sorry to hear that. I used to drink coffee. This is true story, 3 cups a day for 20 years straight, and I managed to give up coffee on this amazing program. Would you like to hear more about it?
Oh my gosh, yes, because I probably spent over $15 in my 2 trips to Starbucks today. And that's not even if my kids are in the car. If my kids are in the car, I'm probably spending 40. Yes, tell me about it.
Yeah, let's talk about the fact that Starbucks is really moldy, by the way, too.
Oh, oh,
They
I don't know about that. Oh,
for a lot of mold, so just get people away from Starbucks, get them onto Purium. They don't need their coffee anymore. Can't beat this will replace all of their caffeine.
oh,
Yeah, I mean, with that, I would just kind of introduce the program. It's something that, and I've timed it as a mom. Every pill container, like I call them the senior pill containers. It takes me 4 minutes every Sunday to organize my supplements. The shakes are portable blender. You can plug it in like a phone, take it on the go. So for busy moms, it's something that you can implement with very little time that renders these massive results, this big health transformation, more energy, clearer skin, inflammation gone away, people past parasites. I have plenty of photos of those. The brain fog lifts, the energy increases, the sleep is better. And you know what? You can handle the stress of raising all of your kids in a circus every day. Um, yeah, and it's $12 a day, so you'd be saving, not having to go to Starbucks.
wow. Okay. No, I love those. I love those tangible takeaways. So can we break that down kind of one more time? You talked about benefits.
Mhm.
You talked about like you related to the person, you related to me that I'm so stressed out, and you kind of angled the conversation that way. So do you have a formula that you kind of use in your conversation? And I did hear you say, let's not have verbal like diarrhea about Purium. Like how long or short do you try to keep that initial,
I
prospecting
try I
combo?
try to gauge that person, like if there's kids screaming in the background and you know that their time is limited, you plant the seed, but then you get on people and they're like, tell me about each product and break it down. So this is where the phone interaction, you can hear their voice, you can hear their distractions in the background and how focused they are. But really lead with this is a organic, people love this, organic, regeneratively farmed, clean watered superfood company. It's been around for 20 years. They've had 20 years of amazing testimonials, people's health transforming for the better. And usually when you think of that, and then I start going into, and the products are in, biodegradable bags, then they're like, it depends, if they're very earthy, they're obsessed with that. So, I tell them a little bit about my transformation, and sometimes I have pictures I send them. Like I had the psoriatic arthritis, guys. It looked like I had disease, like, and I did from my knees to here. Thank God I'm covered. But it was, you saw it, Amy, right? It was horrible. So for women, I show them that and they're like, holy crap, we need to get on this. But depending on the person, like I talk about the products, you got these green shakes, they're actually delicious. And I can't tell you how many times I've had green shakes and it was very disappointing. They taste great. They curb your cravings. We're going into the holiday season, guys. How many people are going to be loading up on pies and chocolate and stuff? Halloween in 2 weeks, right? So it's a good way to curb your appetite, not have those cravings, have more balanced blood sugar. And then I talk about, the amino acids, what they do, the super cleanser, what that does. I break down kind of the products. I have like a little, if you go into your transformation binder, the little bullet points, memorize
Okay.
these. So when people ask, like, what do the aminos do, right? Increases your energy, helps to burn lean, fat, build lean muscle. Just know those bullet points because people will ask, you know. And I have the transformation guide saved on my phone too, because you're going to be out talking to people. They want to check the Biomedic has its own research, guys. Like that, I don't know any other product like Biomedic with a full vegan humic that like is clinically proven to do what it does. It's amazing. So just, you talk about the company, and people lead with with where they're at. If they're tired, say, you know what, there's this program, it's easy to implement, it'll help your energy. And they get on it, and then it's, life changing. And most of my brand partners have come from their own health transformations being on these products.
Well, let's talk about that. That's a perfect segue. So if someone starts out as a customer, when and where do you offer the upgrade and the business opportunity? Or how do you discern, getting them started as a customer or getting them started as a brand partner? Like, talk about that, like that philosophy.
I mean, customers come, they sign up, and I do reach out to everybody. They get a personalized email welcoming, I'm welcome to ULT. I'm so glad you're trusting me with this. I'm here throughout the process. So they get a warm welcoming email from me. And honestly, guys, like, I've had a lot of sales. It's still easy to do. You just go in your back office, you find your new sales, you reach out to these people, follow up with them. But if they are having a good transformation, or like, I had somebody the other day and she's like, I just lost my job. And I'm like, well, what are you looking to do? She's like, I love health. I'm like, let's talk. So depending on where they're at in their life, I don't always, and I would say business opportunity Zooms, I'm probably doing every 2 weeks anyway. So even an email gets sent out, or in my chat or whatever, like, do you want to learn more? If you want to learn more. And I do my business opportunity Zooms, like Sonia kind of helped me navigate this. You spend the first little bit talking about ULT. You get people really excited because they're like, wow, this is amazing. And then you're like, do you want to learn more about the business? So then I talk about the business and why this business is better than all the other ones. And then the business opportunity. So most people stay on, and then I have an opportunity for questions. So those business opportunity Zooms are really big. Sorry, my phone's on silent too. That's interesting. My friend's daughter is going to keep calling. God love her. So I just keep, follow up with people. Like, I mean, most people that are having these great transformations, they know somebody, or they want to become brand partners. And I just, I tell them there's enough time, if I'm doing it every 2 weeks, where their interest is peaked at some point in those 90 days, so I just, it's always there. And I feed it to the little WhatsApp group I have for support for people on the program. Like, hey, I'm getting on a Zoom. You want to invite anybody that's curious about ULT, or you want to learn about the business. She's just
She's gonna keep calling. She's gonna keep calling. Well, as we wrap up here tonight, like, you're so inspiring. Your posture is amazing. Your inspiration is contagious. You've talked about how Purium has changed your life. I have the adorable video of your daughters. I want to share that when you got your new van, which is so cool.
What do you say?
Thank you, Purium.
Not thanks, Mom. Thank you, Purium.
I don't know. Did you hear that? Did I forget to click the button?
No,
Oh, cool. I mean, so cool. Your life, it's, in a nutshell, how has your life changed since you began this Purium journey only a few short months ago?
I mean, my practice is completely different. I'm just doing Purium. I'm not doing these grueling one-to-one consults with people. Like, I've been able to see more people in the last 4 months than I have in 2 years in my practice. So the amount of people I'm able to help, how quickly they're getting better, it's just been such a blessing. But for me, like, financially, like I said, my dream was pay for my son's camp, right? Now it's, can I get my parents down here? And they just got the first stage of immigration approved. So I'm really excited about that. So you'll be seeing my mom and parents a whole lot more. But, I'm like, I'd love to just get them a house in the back. So when my kids are crazy, I'm like, go see your grandparents, and that is a dream that I'd love to do. My parents did, they raised us really, really well, me and my brother. And it's like, you always want to help your parents. So my mom's my best friend, and my dad, if he's listening, but there's a reason my mom's coming down here tomorrow, and Purium also is making that possible. So to be financially comfortable is a blessing that I didn't see coming. And the dreams are endless at this point. And I would say with Purium, it's allowed me to dream big and dream beyond what I never could have imagined even 4 months ago.
Amazing.
But that's because I knock on every door. I talk to everybody, right? So don't turn down any opportunity. You don't know who your next crown could be, right?
Absolutely. I mean, that is the amazing. Yes, that is so, so true. And Yeah, I mean, you're incredible, so inspiring, to just hear your journey, how you're doing this as a full-time mom, and that how, because your why is big, you care about people. You're exactly the kind of person that, we were looking for here at Purium. So we feel so honored that you've aligned with us, that you're putting your social capital and your passion here with us to spread this message of transformation. So as we close out here today, any final words that you would like to share with the almost 200 people listening, you know, to inspire them?
Should this be my I'm going to be 5-star crown declaration? Joking.
Absolutely, go for it.
I'm working on it. No, I mean, the big thing is I feel like just be yourself, be authentic through this process. Don't ever hesitate to share this opportunity, especially with your family and your loved ones. Um, you just flip over every page. Just keep trying, knocking on doors. You don't know who is going to need this, either financially, physically, health-wise. Like I always say, like your health and your wealth, like Purium provides both. So just keep knocking on doors and don't be afraid of the rejection. They will come, but then sometimes they come back. So yeah.
I love that. I love that because not everybody's ready to say yes. It's a no for now. And the fortune is in the follow-up. And you're really incredible at that as well. So, well, thank you so much for taking 45 minutes out of your evening to share with us here tonight. I know everybody was super excited to hear your story, a little bit of your method of operation, and why you're so excited about Purium. So I can't wait to see where this journey goes. So what's next? What's the next goal for you, Nichole?
I mean, like 2-star crown. But now that I'm crowned, I'm kind of like, okay, you know what? Make those steps steady. For me, it's getting my brand partners to share this passion with me and build them up too. I've made it this far because of my brand partners. I made it this far because I've leaned into the system, so teach them to lean into the system, to be coachable and to come meet me where I'm at, the ones that are, the ones that are wanting to run, like I said, you hold their hand and you bring them with you. So really my focus is just, casting wide and, expanding the mission of Purium to the, as far as I can.
Well, I love that. I cannot wait to see you in person out here at the corporate office, to meet all of your family out here at Diamond Club. It's going to be an amazing time. And I'm so happy that the whole family's flying out and to be here with us for that special occasion to celebrate you and all the diamonds here at Purium.
What a gift. I can't wait. I can't wait. Thank you so much, Amy. For all
Awesome.
the
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for taking time to be with us here tonight. And please tune in tomorrow night for Dave Sandoval's Product Education Zoom. It's one of his favorites. It is question and answer time. So please tune in, same time, same place, with my business partner and friend for over 30 years, David Sandoval, as he does Purium questions and answers tomorrow night. Thank you again, Nichole, for sharing your story and being such a strong leader here at Purium. And we will see everyone next time. Be healthy, be safe. Have a good night. Bye-bye, everybody.